And I'm not sure if I mentioned this at all in that other video, but Skylanders has the one game, the other game, the sequel, the other sequel, the other sequel, and it's like almost all of the same thing pretty much. And now I'm not sure if I said it in the last video that went up on YouTube, that version, the final one that you guys have probably already seen of why I don't fully support toy-based games, but I did record a previous one, and I might have mentioned it there now that I think about it, where I was like, oh, well thank God, you know, at the very least I can say about Disney Infinity is that they never released game after game after game. It was always updates within the initial game. Kinda like Splatoon. As I came to find out, I went to GameStop at one point and I was like, oh, here's Disney Infinity 2.0. And here's Disney Infinity 3.0. Are you fucking kidding me? They did release as separate games, but it's the same fucking thing. It's so shady as shit, and it's like, because Splatoon didn't have like a Splatoon 2.0 for the update, for the big August update that happened last year, and then for all the other subsequent updates, 3.0, 4.0 as separate games? Why would you do that? Just update the initial game, unless it's too big to update. Like the update is too big because you're adding what? More characters, sure, but I mean like, I don't know. I'm looking too into that. I'm going too far too into this. Point being, the general overall point being for this, Disney Infinity is no more. So they're out of this whole thing. I mentioned Skylanders, Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, Amiibo, to an extent, and other shit like there's a Ninja Turtles one that I had no idea existed until just one random day I saw a commercial for it. Something called Playmation, which I saw that at my local Target at one point, like after I did the whole, the fucking toy video, let's just call it that. I don't want to keep saying the full name of the video. So after doing that video, random day, I think it was to look for Mother's Day gifts, we went to Target, and I saw Playmation, and I really looked at it, and I'm like, oh, it says Marvel on it. And I was like, hold on. So this is Marvel. Okay, and I started really looking at the figures, and they're of Marvel characters. I'm like, but Disney Infinity already has Marvel figures, and Disney owns Marvel, so why do they need two fucking series? One that fully revolves around Marvel, but the other one that started before that already has Marvel in it. Like, really? I don't know. I mean, again, with it being fully Marvel for Playmation, I don't know if Disney has anything to do with that. Not sure. Okay, but point being, we have Skylanders, Disney Infinity, Amiibos, Lego Dimensions. Well, now we've got one of those out. We have 3 more now. And then all the little ones that are trying to, you know, get popular off that and really aren't doing that good of a job. Again, the one who started it all, Skylanders, like, I would for one really want them to see what will happen if you run a thing into the ground. And, oh, also, trust me, after this video, there will be one more discussion video I'm filming immediately after this one about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But with a franchise like this that they started, and maybe the first game did okay, whatever. Now my beef is because that's not Spyro. And then you make sequels and sequels and sequels, and it's like, well, it's the same shit, and it's really clearly just to sell more toys. Well, do that enough, and I don't even think you really have to find yourself in a financial situation, like a really bad financial situation. Whatever happened with Disney and all that, something finally clicked in their heads where it was like, you know what, I think we're done. This isn't gonna help us. This will not help us. Disney Infinity will not save us. And boom, done. With Activision, I really want them to see that Disney, who is leagues ahead, like here's Activision with their characters for Skylanders and whatnot, here's a graph, let's just put that up, here's a graph, boom, Disney's like way up here. Disney probably goes off the charts, off the screen, and they're gone, they're done with this whole toy-based game shtick. I want Skylanders, I want Activision to take a look at that and reevaluate what the hell it is they're doing with Skylanders. And maybe, just maybe, now this is something that G-Man and I did talk about on Skype one time, maybe they'll finally realize this will not be our future. This can't be our future. If you're gonna keep doing this, eventually you're gonna find yourself in some kind of financial shit. If it's not financial, hopefully you just fucking get it through your head. We can't keep this up. It's the same shit. Maybe they can. I don't know, but look at what happened to Disney with Disney Infinity. They're just done. They're like, this is not going to help. Whether or not the financial situation is connected to Disney Infinity, something, like I said, finally clicked, and they were like, this will not save us. So it's done. Hopefully something like that can happen to Activision, quite frankly. Not even so much as like the same exact shit, the same exact situations, but it's more of, let something click in their head finally and be like, let's just be done already. Because, number one, it's just, they're gonna run themselves into the ground sooner or later. If not now, then definitely later. Number two, like I said in the What About Spyro video, we want Spyro back. Especially for the 20th anniversary come 2018, so maybe if they start realizing their shit now, they can prepare for that later. Say Insomniac doesn't end up buying back the rights or something or other. Like we're speculating that Naughty Dog has with Crash. Not really sure, and Adam Boyce is trying to be like, no, Activision still owns the rights. I for one don't really believe that. I think that's a cover-up, but that's just my opinion. Something's been set in motion. Something definitely in the gaming industry has been set in motion to where not even Call of Duty's doing as good as they've been, you know, anymore. And Disney Infinity is out of the toy-based games race. And Ratchet & Clank did amazing, and it's a platformer slash shooter. And where all these other platformers are going to start rising, I think the balance is finally starting to shift once more. And all these things keep happening one after another, and something's been set in motion in the gaming world. So maybe they finally realized, like how many times have I said in any kind of situation, I've said this, that rant, and some people found us from Westside on that rant about Skylanders and Spyro being in Skylanders from Trash Talk on Westside Studios Arc 2, that big two-parter I had. If you guys might have seen, if not, link down below. And then part 1 was like Crash, and part 2 was Spyro and Skylanders. Well, anyway, something's been set in motion. What do you guys think of this whole situation? What do you guys think of Disney Infinity being no more? I know that I do have some friends here that kind of liked it, or at least collect the figures because they like the figures. Same reason why I collect amiibos. I'm not a huge collector. These ones on the wall are the only ones I have, pretty much. Well, I do have, scratch that. I do have an Inkling Girl amiibo and the Mario 8-bit Mario Maker 30th anniversary amiibo. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, they're done. It's about time. I'm Marcelo. I'll see you guys later. Take care.